Hi all, welcome. My name is Jeremias. I am part of the architecture team here at Whiteprom. Today I will be talking about a tool called Obsidian. So first, let me talk a little bit about this space. It's a space we call Online Tech Talks. It's where we share knowledge with other team members. You can share anything that you are working with, any tool or any research technology updates you are interested in sharing with the team. So feel free to ask if you want to give an OTT. Also, we upload these talks to YouTube, so please join our channel and give us a like. So today I will be talking about Obsidian. Obsidian is a note-taking application meant for devs. Let me click here. This is the web page from Obsidian. You can download it in any system you're working on. Also, they have a mobile version. And what I like about Obsidian and why I decided to give this talk about it is because it works with Markdown. I am a pretty big fan of Markdown. I use it every day on my repos and to document stuff. So I started using Obsidian to take my daily notes, and I discovered that it has plenty of plugins that are really useful for everyday tasks and for everyday notes. So let's scroll a little bit. This is how Obsidian looks. I never tried the mobile app. I know it exists. And they have the standard version, which is free, and it creates the files in your computer. So if you want those files to be synced up with the cloud, you need to subscribe, and the subscription for the sync costs $8 a month. But as it is a tool meant for developers, there are several plugins that can give you this for free or with services you already have. You already are paying for. So first of all, because there is an interesting plugin called Slides, the presentation I'm giving now, it's running from Obsidian itself. It's just a Markdown file that I run with this slide preview plugin, and it gives me the ability to run the presentation in my browser. So if I go back to the presentation, this is running from Obsidian itself. So let me jump to the tool. This is the general view of Obsidian. Here at the left, you have your notes. You can have folders. You can order them by your needs, by the modification or the creation. You can have folders where you can put your different contexts. And then you just can open a note and start editing. You can edit it in the normal mode, or you can go into source mode and see the plain Markdown. So let's start with the first plugin I want to show you. This is a plugin for tasks. Wherever you want, you can define tasks just with this syntax. The syntax is, as I show you, putting a dash and setting up a checkbox. Then when you're on the edit mode, you can edit those tasks or add new tasks just by pressing enter. You can set up due date, start date, schedule date, and set up the priority, for example. You can do more things. And for example, here I'm defining a list of tasks. And if I want to see those tasks anywhere, I just, for example, here I've set up all my task list. It's just a code that says tasks, and that prints all my tasks wherever I want to print them. Let's use a little smaller. So here, for example, I have my list of all my tasks that are on all my nodes, and I can mark them as done. I can also edit them. And when I edit them, I can set up priority, set up due date, schedule them. So lots of functionality here. Also, if I want, I could say, okay, list my tasks that due before tomorrow, for example. So here I have a list, a dynamic list that has all my tasks with a defined query. There are several queries. You can check on more information, going to the plugin section and clicking on tasks. Here you have the documentation, and you can jump to the documentation and see more things you can do with tasks. There are lots of functionalities, but with just this plugin, you can follow all your tasks that are spread on your nodes. Then let's jump to another plugin that is interesting, is a Kanban plugin. With this Kanban plugin, you can just create Kanbans. Funny thing, these tasks that are loaded in the Kanban are also consumed by the tasks plugin. So some, for example, these tasks that have been declared on Kanban can be linked with the task plugin. So I can link my task with the Kanban boards I have. The Kanban is just a simple Kanban. You can have cards. The other one. You can add to those cards dates. For example, I know this card is for this date. I just add it, and now my card has that date there. I can change it whenever I want. They can have time too. So just plain Kanban to follow your tasks. Now, let me show you one that is one of my favorite plugins is Excalidraw. Excalidraw gives you the ability to create drawings. I've used Excalidraw for some time, and it's really one of my favorite tools for drawing. I can write here lots of things or diagrams. It has plenty of interesting libraries. We can browse here for lots of different needs you can have. You can even do some interfaces, simple interfaces if you want. Really nice. What I like about the Excalidraw is that in the end, it's just plain JSON. So they have this version of Excalidraw that has some Obsidian menus that allows you, for example, to export it as an image, to see the markdown of this drawing. As you see here, it's just plain JSON. And when you open it as Markdown, you can start, for example, tagging this like draw. And these tags are from Obsidian. I will show you later what you do with your tags. So I've showed you tasks, Kanban, I've showed you Excalidraw, and presentation. And lastly, after showing you all these nice plugins, I will use this thing that is from Obsidian. It's called Canvas. And here what you can do is to throw your nodes and then have a way to see them all together. You can also get into your nodes and edit them. For example, I can add a new to-do here, and I can add a due date, and it just works like if I were in that node. I can center it if I want to work there. And at the same time, I can see them here in all my tasks. I can resize this. Really, really useful for everyday use. So on my side, I've been using this to take my everyday notes. They have a nice click here where you can click it and it just opens the today notes note. So you can start writing here, I have to do this, and also this, and whatever you want to do here is just plain Markdown. You can put images, you can put anything that has Markdown inbuilt. And the last feature I wanted to show you of Obsidian is this graph view. I don't find it really useful, but it's something they really promote. It starts connecting your nodes with tags and also the nodes that you start linking. For example, I can say, okay, these are my tasks, and I want to link my Kanban board from here. So I just copy the URL and I can say board, and I can link it from here. So as I have linked it from my graph view, now there might be I don't know where it is, but somewhere there might be a connection from my tasks to my Kanban. So it has lots of more features, and something I have talked about but I didn't show it is how you sync up your devices with your nodes. So they have one called Obsidian Git. This just commits to a repo that you can configure in your nodes. And if you have it installed in all the devices that you have your nodes will be synced by Git. And if you want other ways to sync it, you can configure S3 with this extension called remotely save. And they have also the option to, let me show you. To link it with S3 and Dropbox or OneDrive or wherever you are using and you feel comfortable with. So really easy to use, really easy to configure, and really nice plugins from the community. And lots of settings to configure here. So let me jump again to the presentation, which I run from here. So that's all on my side. Maybe I can show you also my folder. This is all saved in my computer as files. So if you open the folder, you will see just plain files, plain Markdown, some Obsidian metadata that configures all my plugins or my connections and everything. And it's just plain files on my computer. Really nice for nerds and developers. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you like it. Hope it's useful for you. And if you can, just give it a try. Any questions or comments? Okay, thank you for joining today. Have a nice weekend. That's all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Helen.